Fox 5 News at Noon starts right now.
We begin this Tuesday afternoon with breaking news. SWAT officers swarm and move in on this Greyhound bus. This is off the interstate in Gwinnett County. Police telling us there's an armed man inside that large vehicle. And you're looking live right now at our G-Dot camera. You can see both lanes, both sides of I-85 shut down here in Gwinnett County, and the damage is already done as far as traffic is concerned. Hello and welcome to Fox 5 News at Noon. I'm Caitlin Pratt in for Portia Bruner. The situation unfolding just a few hours ago when officers tell us that Greyhound bus stopped on the 85 northbound ramp to Indian Trail. We want to get straight out to Fox 5's Rob DiRienzo, who joins us live from that scene. Rob, we understand that bus has now moved to a different location. Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, Caitlin. This is a complete traffic mess, so I'm going to get to that in one moment. But as you mentioned, the standoff began on the exit ramp on the I-85 northbound side to the Indian Trail road, and that all came to a head, as you mentioned. That's when the bus was moved earlier a little while ago. Now, I want to show you one of the G-Dot cameras. What they showed us earlier, the SWAT teams were gathered behind the bus, and at one point, the guns were pointed at the bus. Now, Gwinnett police tell us that aside from the person with the gun, all passengers and the bus driver are off the bus and they are safe. Now, the standoff started on the 85 northbound exit ramp to Indian Trail, as I mentioned, just around 10:30 this morning. And as you mentioned, Caitlin, the bus has since moved, but we just don't know where. And I want to take you to some video of just the absolute traffic mess that has resulted into this. As a result of this, the I should say I-85 on both directions has been shut down. Miles and miles of delays, essentially just a complete parking lot right now. And I want to give you a look at the live G-Dot cameras. As you mentioned, Caitlin, these delays are just continuing, and it's just not clear right now when this will all be over. So just a very, very messy commute and a very active situation here in Gwinnett County.
Point out, Rob, that everyone on board besides the gunman at this point was cleared, evacuated, and you had some trouble getting to the area yourself to get some information from police. What are the back roads like at this point?
Well, the back roads are a mess, too. I actually want to step out of the way and show you what everything's looking like just here on one of the side streets here. This is actually Indian Trail, I believe, and there's just this mess of traffic, just people trying to snake around all of the delays, and it just doesn't seem, again, like there's an end in sight. And Caitlin, as I was on my way over here, when I was going over an overpass, I saw the people on 85 stuck in the traffic. They were all sitting on their cars. They all got out of their cars because it is very clear at this point that they might be there for a while. Live in Gwinnett County, Rob DiRienzo, Fox 5 News.
Thanks, Rob. We'll check back again with you this noon. And this, again, a breaking situation unfolding right now. We're going to keep you posted on air and online on fox5atlanta.com. All right, meantime, Atlanta police want to find the gunman who shot and killed a man at a lounge. This all playing out this morning on Trinity Avenue in southwest Atlanta, happening just blocks away from Atlanta City Hall. That's where officers found a man in his 20s. He was dead there on the scene. Detectives tell us they believe a fight led to the gunfire. Investigators say they're going to be reviewing surveillance video to get a better picture of what exactly went down. And minutes before officers responded to that shooting this morning, Atlanta police detectives say they found another man suffering from a gunshot wound on Jonesboro Road in southeast Atlanta. Medics rushing that man to the hospital, where we've learned he passed away. Also in Atlanta, police ramping up their search for a gunman who shot a Clayton County teenager at an apartment complex. This shooting happened Monday. This is at the Oakland City West End apartments in the southwest part of the city. Officers say the teenage boy was standing with some friends outside when a driver of a white Kia pulled into the parking lot. Some sort of fight took place. Someone inside the vehicle opened fire. Detectives tell us that bullet traveled through the teen's arm, ended up in his stomach. That teen now in critical condition this afternoon. Authorities accuse a former Georgia deputy of stealing sports memorabilia and other valuables from the Roswell house of late Broncos receiver and Georgia native Demaryius Thomas. Detectives tell us Thomas's mom filed a police report on March 13th. Now, according to that incident report, she says people were in her son's Riverside Road property. That's when several items were swiped. Those items include an ESPY award, football memorabilia, weapons, hyperbaric chamber, and thousands of dollars in cash. Investigators say former Bibb County Deputy Vashon Jones was asleep in the master bedroom at the time. According to that incident report, Thomas's mom told police the house should have been empty. The locks were changed after her son's death in December. Well, we're never going to see Matt Ryan sling the football in a red and black Falcons uniform again. After years with the Dirty Birds, the quarterback has moved on to the Indianapolis Colts. In exchange for Matty Ice, the Falcons will get a third-round draft pick, and the team wasted no time signing Ryan's potential successor, well, at least for the short term. And Fox 5's Mark Teichner has more on what this means for the future of the Falcons.
For 14 years, he's been under center here in Atlanta for the Falcons, but that time has now come to an end.
Ryan fires over the middle. It is caught!
Matt Ryan won't be slinging touchdowns at the Benz anytime soon. That's because the Falcons have traded their franchise quarterback, sending to Indy in return for a third-round pick in the upcoming draft. The trade puts an end to Matty Ice's run in Atlanta. It started in 2008 when he was drafted out of Boston College. Over the last 14 seasons, Ryan has gone to 4 Pro Bowls, won Offensive Rookie of the Year, NFL MVP, and took the team to the Super Bowl in 2016. But the last 4 years, the Falcons have missed the playoffs and ended up below 500. So now the team is hitting the reset button. It became pretty clear Ryan's time in Atlanta might be coming to an end when management made an unsuccessful run at luring Deshaun Watson. The Falcons have already found Ryan's apparent replacement, inking Marcus Mariota to a 2-year deal. In reaction to the trade, Falcons owner Arthur Blank put out a statement calling Ryan the epitome of a franchise quarterback, saying, quote, "He has represented this organization with grace, class, professionalism, and leadership, both on and off the field." By doing this deal when they did, the Falcons managed to avoid having to pay Matt Ryan a $7.5 million bonus that he was due. They also created about $9 million worth of cap space. That's the good news. The bad news is they, in addition to that, created about $40 million of what's called dead cap money, which is money they cannot use to sign other players. Reporting from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown, I'm Mark Teichner, Fox 5 News.
All eyes now on Marcus Mariota. As Mark mentioned, the former Las Vegas Raiders backup quarterback agreed to a 2-year deal with the Falcons for $18.7 million. The Tennessee Titans drafted Mariota, and that's where he played under current Falcons head coach Arthur Smith. 28-year-old has more than 13,000 career yards, 88 touchdowns with 61 starts. His last start, though, was in 2019. So the Falcons hope to bring back some of the magic he had early on in his career. As for his part, he says he's ready to take the field as a Falcon. You're listening to those strong winds whipping up debris in the city of Round Rock near Austin, Texas. This was yesterday, the wicked weather making its way through as several twisters reportedly touched down in the Lone Star State. And we're expecting that same line of storms to hit Georgia overnight. You're looking right now at the Fox 5 Live Viper. Nice outside right now, right? Those gusty winds, thunderstorms going to be rolling in later today, and monitoring it all for us, Fox 5 Storm Team meteorologist Jeff Hill. He has more on what we're going to see. Hey, Jeff. Yeah,
it's going to be a powerful line of thunderstorms approaching our area as we head into late tonight and then moving through North Georgia as we head into early tomorrow morning. Worst of the line will probably come through sometime near sunrise tomorrow morning. So there's a look at what we can expect as we go through the morning on Wednesday. Great greatest threat for severe weather, Atlanta down to the south and also out to the east. A little less of a threat as you work your way farther north into the North Georgia mountains. Here's a look at what we're dealing with outside right now. Just some high clouds and warm, 68 degrees, dew points at 50, humidity 53%, and breezy. A south wind right now coming in at 16 miles an hour. Beautiful everywhere. 70 right now down in Thomaston. Got 61 up in Blairsville, 64 in Gainesville, and 69 right now in Rome. Stay tuned. We'll have that complete forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
And Jeff, of course, now would be a great time to download the Fox 5 Storm Team weather app. You'll get the latest weather alerts sent straight to your phone, free for both Android and Apple devices. Let's take a live look now at our nation's capital. It's where right now Supreme Court confirmation hearings for Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson are underway for a second day. She is the first black woman nominated for the nation's highest court. Today she's going to be answering questions from the panel's 11 Democratic and 11 Republican senators. And Fox's Madeline Rivera picks up the details for us from there.
Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson faces lawmakers today as they get their first chance to question the Supreme Court nominee.
This will be your opportunity to speak.
Supreme Court nominee Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson began hours of questioning at her confirmation hearing on Tuesday. Senate Judiciary Chairman Dick Durbin kicked off the 30-minute rounds, highlighting Jackson's experience as a judge and asking about her judicial philosophy.
Would you like to comment at the outset of those who are looking for a label what your position is on judicial philosophy?
Setting aside any personal views, it's very important that judges rule without fear or favor.
Republican senators have promised tough questions regarding Jackson's record on criminal matters, labeling her as soft on crime.
What aspect of your record as a judge do you believe have been the most important?
I don't think that anyone can look at my record and say that it is pointing in one direction.
Jackson will answer questions through Wednesday. On Thursday, the Judiciary Committee will hear from the American Bar Association and other outside witnesses. The White House hopes to garner bipartisan support for Jackson this week. Some GOP senators have expressed openness.
The key issue for any judge being appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court is, will they in fact be even-handed? Will they look at every case before them in a way that is focused on the law?
Democrats hope to wrap up Jackson's confirmation by early April. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox 5 News.
Still ahead on Fox 5 News at noon, a former governor in charge in Michigan during the Flint water crisis must now stand trial. Still ahead on Fox 5 News at noon, you'll find what serious charges he faces in connection with that issue. And what started as a family trip to the zoo ended with a trip to the hospital. Oh boy, just ahead, parents and zoo officials go back and forth about what went wrong when loved ones say a lemur attacked a toddler. First though,
I realized that his laptop bag was gone with his new iMac computer. From there, realized that my camera bag was gone.
some crafty crooks finding a way to steal thousands of dollars worth of gear used to help find missing people. Next, a business at the center of the crime delivers a message for the people who took those pricey items. And you're looking live as we monitor that SWAT situation in Gwinnett County. SWAT members activated traffic, though, at a standstill. We're going to keep you up to date on the ongoing standoff involving an armed man and police. Stick with us.